What if I told you the secret to a stronger mind, deeper relationships, and unshakable peace has been hiding in plain sight for over 2,000 years? In the age of endless scrolling and 5-second attention spans, ancient wisdom has never been more urgent. We're overwhelmed. Notifications, deadlines, social pressures, and a million other distractions are pulling us in every direction but inward. But here's the truth. Mindfulness isn't new, and it's not just about sitting cross-legged in silence. The ancient Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, were practicing mindfulness long before it had a name. And today, we're going to explore how you can reclaim your mental freedom, unlock emotional resilience, and transform every aspect of your life using principles that are both mindful and philosophical. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're ready to explore the deeper truths of human flourishing through philosophy, wisdom, and the power of the mind. Let's begin. Modern madness. Why we're all overstimulated and under-fulfilled. Take a moment and look around. We live in a world where silence is suspicious. Stillness is rare. We measure our worth by productivity. Our attention is for sale, and the mind is constantly hijacked by dopamine traps. But here's what most people miss. The mind wasn't designed for this pace. Ancient philosophers didn't have smartphones, but they faced their own form of chaos. Wars, plagues, political unrest. And yet, they mastered an art we've all but forgotten. The art of presence. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminds himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the seed of mindfulness, not as escape, but as empowerment. Next, the forgotten power of attention. Attention is your most valuable currency. But how often do you truly control it? Whether you're eating, walking, working, or even talking, how much of your life is lived on autopilot? The Stoics understood that our perception shapes our experience. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And here lies the paradox. Mindfulness isn't about adding more to your life. It's about stripping away everything that doesn't serve you. It's not a hack. It's a habit. And once you reclaim your attention, you begin to reclaim yourself. Mindfulness in relationships. The art of presence. Now let's get personal. Ever been in a conversation where someone's talking, but you're already crafting your reply? That's not communication. That's reaction. But when you're present with someone, really present, you can feel the shift. The energy changes. Empathy deepens. Misunderstandings dissolve. Why? Because mindfulness removes the ego from the equation. It silences the urge to win the conversation, and instead invites us to listen without defending and speak without attacking. And that is how we build relationships rooted in understanding, not performance. If this resonates with you so far, hit the like button to support this kind of thoughtful content, and let me know in the comments. What's one area in your life you want to bring more mindfulness into? Mindfulness meets productivity. Less hustle, more focus. Here's a radical idea. What if slowing down actually made you more productive? The Stoics didn't hustle. They prioritized. They practiced something we now call essentialism. Doing less, but better. Modern neuroscience agrees. Focused attention increases dopamine release and deepens neural learning pathways. In short, when you focus on one thing with intention, your brain rewards you. That's why mindfulness isn't anti-work, it's the foundation of deep work. Whether you're writing, building, designing, or parenting, when you're present, you're powerful. Multitasking, on the other hand, is just fast switching your attention, and it's silently killing your performance. The mindful warrior. Resilience through awareness. What happens when life punches you in the face? Stoicism doesn't pretend life is easy. It trains you to be unshaken in the storm. You may not control all events, but you control how you respond. That's not cliché. That's neuroscience. Mindfulness activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thinking, while lowering activity in the amygdala, your fear center. The result? Less reactivity, more calm, more clarity. Mindfulness isn't about being passive. It's about being prepared. A prepared mind is not a mind that resists stress. It's a mind that meets it. The science of stillness. Why mindfulness literally changes your brain. If you think this is all ancient fluff, think again. Modern science backs it all up. MRI scans show that mindfulness increases gray matter in regions associated with emotional regulation and memory. It reduces the density of the amygdala, helping with anxiety and emotional overreaction. It even boosts the immune system, improves sleep, and decreases blood pressure. Mindfulness is not just a habit. It's a neural training regimen. And just like the body grows with consistent exercise, the mind becomes sharper, calmer, and more aware with intentional practice. In the next phase, we're going deeper. Simple daily mindfulness rituals that take 2 minutes or less. How to create a philosophical space in your modern environment. And the ultimate Stoic mindfulness exercise that rewires your relationship with time, pain, and purpose. If you're ready to build a life of clarity, intention, and real inner power, don't miss the next phase too. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with someone you know who's drowning in distractions. You don't need to escape life. You need to return to it, with your mind fully awake. Next, the rituals, tools, and practices that rewire your inner world. Most people live every day chasing what they already have: peace, purpose, presence. They just don't know how to see it. If you've made it this far, you're not here for surface-level self-help. You're here because you feel it, that quiet call to slow down, to go deeper, to live intentionally in a chaotic world. In this part, we're going beyond ideas and diving into practices. You'll learn how to integrate mindfulness and Stoic philosophy into your real life, without needing hours of meditation or spiritual retreats. And by the end, you'll have a roadmap to mental clarity, emotional resilience, and a life built on purpose, not pressure. Before we begin, if you haven't already, tap that subscribe button. Philosophy is not just to be studied, it's to be lived. And this channel is your place to do just that. Let's reawaken your inner stillness. 1. The 2-minute mindfulness ritual. Anyone can start today. You don't need to meditate for an hour to experience clarity. Try this instead. Just 2 minutes. Right now. The practice. Sit or stand still. Breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 4. Pause for 4. Box breathing, used by Navy SEALs and ancient monks alike. Now ask yourself, what am I doing right now? What am I feeling right now? What truly matters right now? Don't analyze. Just notice. This is conscious awareness, and it builds the habit of noticing before reacting, pausing before assuming, and observing before judging. He who is everywhere is nowhere. Seneca. You don't need more time. You need more presence in time. 2. Creating a mindful environment without moving to a cabin in the woods. You don't need a Zen garden. You just need intention. Here's how to build an environment that encourages mindfulness. Micro adjustments. Declutter your spaces. External chaos fuels internal noise. Keep a stillness object in sight, a stone, a quote, a candle, to anchor you back to awareness. Use ambient sounds, nature, soft instrumental music, to break the loop of urgency and overstimulation. Set your phone to grayscale, psychologically proven to reduce compulsive checking. The Stoics had few possessions, not because they hated things, but because they knew their mind was sacred ground. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. Your space should support your values, not society's expectations. 3. The Stoic Mindfulness Combo, Premeditatio Malorum. This is not your average gratitude journal. In Stoic practice, there's a tool called Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evils. It sounds dark, but it's profoundly liberating. Here's how it works. The practice. Every morning or evening, visualize a challenge that might come your way. Don't catastrophize. Observe it calmly. What if I lost this? How would I respond with dignity? Who would I choose to be, even in difficulty? Why? Because imagining adversity builds mental immunity. It's like training your mind under weight, so when life gets heavy, you're already strong. And here's the paradox. The more you prepare for loss, the more deeply you appreciate what you already have. Mindfulness isn't just about feeling good. It's about being ready, with open eyes and an open heart. 4. Presence in the mundane, turning ordinary moments into sacred ones. You don't need a special occasion to be present. Try this. Next time you wash your hands, only wash your hands. Feel the water. Notice the temperature. Smell the soap. Hear the sound. Be there. This is mindfulness in its rawest form. Doing one thing completely. Stoicism calls this right action, showing up to what you're doing as if nothing else exists. Because in that moment, nothing else does. Even Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Concentrate every minute on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness." Want to change your life? Start by showing up to it, one mundane moment at a time. If you're starting to feel the shift, like maybe, just maybe, you've been asleep at the wheel, hit the like button. Not for the algorithm, for yourself, for your intention to wake up. And tell me in the comments, what moment in your day will you reclaim with mindfulness? 5. Why most people fail at mindfulness and how you won't. Let's be honest. Most people give up on mindfulness because they expect instant transformation. They meditate once, don't float off into enlightenment, and say, "It's not for me." But you wouldn't expect a six-pack from one workout. Mindfulness is not a quick fix. It's a muscle of the mind. And like any muscle, it grows through consistency, gentleness, return. The Stoics didn't meditate on cliffs. They meditated in courtrooms, in markets, in battlefields. Your life is the dojo. The breath is your training. And every moment is another rep. 6. Memento mori, the most mindful thought of all. Let's end with the most powerful Stoic practice there is. Memento mori, remember you must die. This isn't morbid. It's clarifying. When you remember that life is finite, you stop wasting time. You stop arguing about trivial things. You stop waiting for someday. And you begin to live fully. Now, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Marcus Aurelius. Mindfulness is not just about peace. It's about urgency. The right kind of urgency. The urgency to live awake. To be kind while you can. To say what matters while it matters. To pay attention before it's too late. If this video sparked something inside you, don't let it fade. Subscribe, rewatch, share it with someone still drowning in noise. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your moment. Reclaim your life. You are not your distractions. You are not your schedule. You are not your stress. You are the awareness beneath it all. And if you want more tools, rituals, and philosophical deep dives to fuel your inner journey, this channel is your home. Until next time, stay awake, stay grounded, and remember, the mind, like the soul, thrives in stillness.